Hey there guys, how's it going? And welcome to my Richard Linklater series. I am so excited for this because I can get to talk about my all-time favorite filmmaker. Call me crazy, call me stupid, call me self-indulgent, I don't care. Linklater is my all-time favorite filmmaker. His movies had tremendous impact on me when I was a teenager, and they helped me get through some of the darkest and most difficult times in my life. And with this new movie, Everybody Wants Some, coming out in April, I decided that over the next 10 weeks, I'm going to talk about 10 of his movies, including Everybody Wants Some, and today I will be talking about Slacker, which is his second feature film and considered as one of the most influential indie movies of all time. Now, this movie came out in 1991, but it was actually shot in the summer of 1989. Linklater had no intention of showing it to the public because he thought that people wouldn't be interested in the structure or the content of the film until it was chosen to be shown as a work in progress at Sundance Film Festival in 1990. And then boom, people loved it and everybody was like, who is this guy? Now, what's so unique about Slacker is that it doesn't really have a plot. It basically follows a day in the life of a group of people in Austin, Texas, and we just see them living their lives, talking about politics, government, love, life, conspiracy theories, and even Smurfs. So what happens is that it starts off with one person, stays with that person for about 5 minutes, and then we see somebody walking by, a dude, a girl, a couple, etc, etc. Then the focus shifts on that person and we spend, another 5 minutes watching them doing things and talking about things, and the entire movie just goes from one person to another and we just follow wherever they go. And this is one of those movies that you either really dig it or really hate it. Like, trust me, I've recommended it to a lot of people and reaction has been 50-50. So if you're not a fan of dialogue-driven movies or slice-of-life experimental movies, this will probably bore the shit out of you. It doesn't have the traditional narrative structure, there's no character development, no main characters, and of course no explosions, no car chases, and no fancy shootouts, special effects driven stuff. It's all to do with people talking about things for 95 minutes. There is so much I love and admire about Slacker. It was made on a budget of $23,000, which is really low. There are so many one continuous shots, which is really hard to pull off, and it has excellent dialogue that sounds spontaneous and improvised, which is one of Linklater's trademarks. The dialogue in most of his films are so intelligent, so philosophical, and incredibly witty, and it just seems like everything is effortlessly done. The thing I love about Richard Linklater is that he's the most humanist of directors. He always makes movies about the lives of various kinds of people, people whom you've probably met or talked to or known for quite some time. He doesn't really care about the plot or the budget or the amount of special effects or how much money his movies make. We see a lot of people throughout this film. Some are a little eccentric, some are more hippie-ish, some are intelligent and very academic, and some are, just living their lives. And Linklater never judges any of them. I'm gonna quote something that one of my favorite critics, Mark Kermode, said in his review of Boyhood. He said, "While other directors may appear to be looking at their characters, Linklater seems to be looking with them, sharing in their hopes and dreams, encouraging and allowing us to do the same." I couldn't agree more. He knows what Linklater is really good at. And as I said earlier, his dialogue in this movie is so riveting and so witty. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I spend probably too much time thinking about all kinds of stuff, about love, about life, about our society. And this movie just clicks on a personal level. I love the beginning of the movie where Linklater himself shows up and talks about dreams and separate reality. I also love this one scene towards the end of the film where a woman is talking about happiness and relationships and the fear of rejection. And then there are a couple of scenes where people talk about social class, terrorism, government control, and predicting what could happen in the future. It's really interesting that Linklater had all these ideas back in 1989, and 20-something years later, these things are happening for real. It's kind of scary. Now, when it comes to the flaws or problems or my issues with the film, it's really hard to define what a flaw is, because this is an experimental movie with virtually no story. There's no protagonist or conflicts that put these characters in danger, and it doesn't have the conventional beginning, middle, and end. But do I think that is a flaw? I don't think so. Hey guys, so I had to change the location because my landlord is being really loud and he has a dog and the microphone picks up everything the thing does. So yeah, sorry about the sudden transition. So I was talking about if this movie has a flaw, and yes, it has flaws, it has problems, and I have some issues with the film. There were some dialogue that I felt somewhat unengaging or didn't really agree with the person's opinion, and there are a couple of moments that I thought, you know what, I don't like that scene because I don't do that in my life. But that's not really a flaw, you know, it's just these people have different lifestyle and have different opinions on certain things, and just because they are different from you doesn't mean they are wrong and you're right. I mean, who are you to judge, you know? So guys, in the end, I like Slacker very much. It's smart, it's funny, it's thought-provoking. It's a very original movie that captures the atmosphere of that specific time period, and it also makes me want to just, you know, go out there with my camera and film things and capture the moment, you know? Yeah, I should probably do that. I'm gonna give Slacker a B+. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review story about the sudden transition and all that. And if you are interested in seeing the movie, I will leave the link to the video to the description box below. It's on YouTube and it's free. That's how I found it 3 years ago, and I've been using that link ever since. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and next week I am going to talk about Dazed and Confused. I am very excited to share my thoughts on that movie, so look forward to that. And that's all I have for you today, so I'll see you guys in the next video.